What's up, everybody? Today is August 28th. I'm Helium Lemon 15, and welcome back to the Messenger. This is part 12. We're in hell. It's a good place to be. This reminds me of a project that I did in 10th grade because we had to read Paradise Lost, and I did a project where I read some lines from Paradise Lost and then slowed them down, and so that they sounded cool. They sounded like Lucifer, I heard a real deep voice, yeah. And then put some like jazzy music to it. Not jazzy, it was more like psychedelic and like creepy and also jazzy, because those things are things. And here is a room where lava rises up and down, and here's me being dumb on the first time trying to get through it. Oh, that is some hot lava. This was originally 30 minutes of me trying and failing to get through this underworld level, so I cut it down to just 20 minutes. I could only cut down like a few, like 4 or 5 deaths, and that amazingly cut, I don't know the exact number of deaths that I cut out of this video. I just came back from getting to spend a week in Vermont with my parents. We don't have family there. I know that's what everybody asks, like, oh, you went so-and-so place, do you have family there? It's like, no, we just went to Vermont to hike Killington and have dinner at nice places and just be in a place with lots of nature, and there's lots of nature and trees and mountains around there. And it just reminds me of another time, because like I visited like Woodstock and Manchester and all those places. Well, I definitely visited Woodstock and Queechee on that one trip that I went on in summer of 2014, and I was doing that Disney Alice or Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland playthrough on my channel. And I did my best to like try and narrate every single detail that happened to us while we were in Vermont on those 6 days, and also Canada, and that was like 6 years ago. And I was like, oh, I gotta try to remember all of this so I can narrate this in my Let's Play, and that'll be interesting. And I had such like, I think my personality has really changed in that I used to have such an obsession with like holding on to like memorabilia and all these little things, and like, I don't know, I still like holding on to the past, but I just wonder, like, by the way, that's a kind of an odd way to get crushed by the ceiling, but it's still a thing. This room was really hard. This room took me forever for some reason. Well, maybe it wasn't the room that took me forever, but this was definitely a room that gave me a lot of trouble. Yeah, college has just changed things for me. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would just be overwhelmed with data just because I've become older or something. I don't know, I can't hold on to every little piece and memory anymore, but I still have to hold on to some memories, because you gotta hold on to your past to like remember who you are. Good death. I don't know. I just feel like I'm very depressed, and I haven't quite learned why yet, although I'm trying to learn why. I'm figuring it out I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, so the Messenger. This level sure is challenging, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's the hardest level in the game, although it can be annoying. But as far as annoying, I mean, there are tougher levels in this game, certainly, and I like that. That was a close escape right there. In other news, I've been playing Jazz Jackrabbit 2. I got that game for free off of a shady website. Anyway, I'm just glad that I'm able to play a cool PC game from the 90s, and it's totally free. I've been obsessed with the music from that game. Also, Jazz Jackrabbit 1 There's one song in particular that I really like from Jazz Jackrabbit 1, though I haven't listened to the full soundtrack of that game extensively. Oh my gosh, I am enjoying Jazz Jackrabbit 2. I think it's a game that I really like. It gets pretty darn hard, though. Like, the first, 7 levels or so are not too hard, but, I'm on... Well, level 8 was kind of a nightmare because it starts off with a pinball thing, like a pinball machine, and I was like, oh no, this is too frustrating, and then eventually I did it. But level 9 is also pretty frustrating. It's like the ghost castle with ghost... Oh, that was a good music skip. I'll leave that in, because, you know. This level has lots of unique things in it, like... those little demons that creep out of the wall. Like, in this room, they're demons, and they have little holes in the wall, and, also like the stained glass, and the candles, and the CThulhu. No, I don't know. I wonder how people pronounce that. Like, there are lots of different ways of pronouncing. There's Cthulhu, there's Chul... No. that is not one of them. There's what I usually say, which is Cthulhu. Or, I don't know. I usually just say Cthulhu. No, I say Cthulhu. Audio snap right there after I said Cthulhu. I like talking about Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a good subject. I can talk about Cthulhu for the rest of the video. I'd be happy to. No, I meant... never mind. This is a lion's den. Get it? It's very biblical. This heat is almost unbearable. Come on. I'm happy to avoid certain cliches, but to think we wouldn't have lava to end your epic journey is pushing it. You have any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a guy visited by a succubus. Far from being that kind of demon, she offered him a unique chance to visit hell as a tourist. Very adventurous by nature, he jumped right into the portal. They arrived in a room where giant cauldrons boiled over bonfires. They contained people where little demons with pikes were sitting on the rim to push anyone who tried to escape back inside. Who's in that cauldron? The man asked his succubus guide. This one, that's where liars and cheaters end up, she explained. And this one over there, she continued, that's for people who hunt for sport. Aghast, the man noticed another cauldron, much bigger than the other ones, and devoid of any demons sitting on its rim. Indeed, that one cauldron seemed to self-regulate. People were pulling it back in anyone who tried to escape. And who's this cauldron for? He asked, curious as to who could be so stubborn in their ideology that they would rather hurt themselves than rethink their worldview. Oh, that cauldron, the succubus mused. That's for people who think the order doesn't apply anymore when another line opens at the market. The end. Oh my gosh, shopkeeper. Okay, now you're just using the platform to vent. What is wrong with you? Are you that guy? Which guy? The guy who's fifth in line but rushes to be first when a new line opens up? Oh right, different timeline, never mind. I don't know. It's funny that the messenger definitely understands that he's trying to vent, but when he tries to talk furthermore about, like, the Whole Foods supermarket analogy, he's just like, oh, the messenger, you know, is from a different time. Like, yeah, the messenger is probably from, like, ninja times, which I don't know what that would be, like 12th century Japan or 11th century, or I don't know. He would have never been to a Whole Foods in his life. Shoot, can I make it through this video without plugging in my computer? Probably not. So let's stop it here and then resume in a minute. 9 minutes and 13 seconds. So, what was I talking about? Whole Foods. It was a very wholesome tangent. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. I'm being very bland this episode, and I just... I'm not having an easy time with things. Or with video games. Video games are difficult too, but yeah, I meant life. Duh. Whatever. I made some progress on Xenoblade, but sometimes, just like, I don't know. I'm kind of generally starting to feel uncomfortable with like the way that video games are affecting my brain, but I also know that I have a really high dependency on it. Anyway, if there's gonna be like a video game that I feel like, oh, I have to play several hours of it a day to feel like I'm making any sort of progress, which is definitely Xenoblade. And like, I can't make any sort of progress if I don't have like a walkthrough open at all times. So it's, I don't know, it's a cool game. There's so many mechanics that I'm just like, I don't understand. But I was happy to make it to Valak Mountain, and I'm being stubborn. I've put in almost 50 hours on that game, and I'm just trying to, I don't know, video games, I'm just like, I always try to prove that I'm stubborn, that like, even if like I get frustrated, like, I just try to tell myself that, it doesn't mean I'm not good enough. Like, if I keep trying, I'll get it eventually, but I also I'm getting more uncomfortable with the way video games are affecting my brain. So I don't know, I'm thinking that, like, I still absolutely want to do this channel, and maybe I just have an unhealthy dependency on this channel too, but I love doing this channel. Putting videos out on this channel makes me feel productive, so I feel like I want to have, like, a schedule. This room is kind of, like, you can sort of see in the background that there's, like, a giant magma lake. Not right now, of course, but, like, when you were falling down. It's scrolling through the environment. It's kind of graphically, artistically, I guess, reminds me of like environments in like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I don't know why that game. I just know that the Kirby and the Amazing Mirror and Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland have like really cool, really beautiful backgrounds for like environments. So does Callie's Caves 3, but Callie's Caves 3 is a good game, but Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is a better game. But who says I can't do both on Helium Lemon? Am I right? What was I talking about? I was talking about Xenoblade and like just trying to learn more about dopamine so that I don't feel so addicted to video games, and that I try to, I don't know, just be more productive in school. Not that I'm not productive, but I just feel like crap all the time. So maybe that has something to do with my dopamine receptors too. I really don't know. It's a very ironic thing to be talking about while I'm commentating a video game. But yeah, I thought, I just had this idea today. I'm like, what if I had a set schedule for Helium Lemon, limited my video game intake otherwise, but like recorded like maybe 1 hour of Helium Lemon a week, or maybe 30 minutes of Helium Lemon a week, which if you think about it, 30 minutes is 1 or 2 videos. Of course, I have to record for like 3 hours to have like a couple of Endless Ocean videos, but that's, no, not 3 hours. I've never sat down and recorded Endless Ocean for 3 hours. I'm pulling your leg on that one, but just trying to stress how much of a busy work goes into making any progress on that game. But, having a schedule like, oh, I do Helium Lemon on Fridays, or oh, I do Helium Lemon on Saturdays and Tuesdays, or something like that. I don't know. I've never been very good at schedules. I'm just, I don't know. I guess I'm more of just like a spontaneous person. I'm trying to not think of myself as just like I'm a totally undisciplined person. But I don't know. I still have a lot of insecurities that I haven't like grown up completely. And this is the end of the level right here, basically. So this is going to be a pretty epic fight between me and the Demon General. So, need anything? Ooh, I can get a checkpoint upgrade. That's good. That's wonderful. That one requires 1,000. What are the shards? Time shards? Yeah. Looks like the Demon General is up next. Be careful out there. I hear he's pretty fast. What do you want to chat? That was it? Be careful. He's pretty fast. Freaking anticlimactic, Mr. Shopkeeper. I wanted you to have better... Okay, here we go. Nowhere left to run, Demon. Why would I run? You stepped it right into my trap. We'll see about that. Ha ha ha. We end this now, champion of the blue robes. Oh wow, you think I'm a champion? That's so nice. Anyway, I love the candles in the background. So we were talking about Cthulhu, which is a subject I'm very passionate about. Now, I don't know, I haven't read any Lovecraft, but there's this one game on Steam called Cthulhu Saves the World, and it's like a classic style 16-bit RPG, but with lots of comedy in it. Also, like, it's not like a traditional 16-bit RPG. Like, it was made in 2013 or something, 2014, I don't know, by an indie developer. Maybe 2012. Maybe 2014, I don't know, but it was made by an indie developer, and so that's what I mean. But yeah, that is a fun game. I never beat it, though. And the final boss is not Cthulhu. The Cthulhu is the protagonist. They made an amazing trailer for that game where they have this guy singing, "Hey there, Cthulhu." Na, 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 na. I don't remember the whole song, but you should go look it up. You should go look up Cthulhu Saves the World trailer. And I've recently subscribed to Double Fine Productions, the YouTube channel, because I love the game Broken Age, and I watched the Broken Age documentary last month, and that was super inspiring. And Tim Schafer is just a radical person. He seems like a really cool guy. And then while I was on vacation, I saw, or I don't remember. I guess I'm on vacation. I'm on my summer break. But at some point recently, I watched the video of, like, Jack Black being the first person to play the demo of Psychonauts 2. And he was like, "Yo, this game looks amazing." And he Skypes Tim Schafer, and he's like, "Yo, Tim, were you on some mind-altering drugs when you made this game?" And then I remember being in my hotel in Vermont, and I was watching a video of Jack Black shaving his head and his beard, or rather cutting off clumps of it rather awkwardly with a pair of scissors, and then having his son. And he was like, "This is what happens when you lose all your, this is how you get rid of all your COVID hair." And I was trying to explain to my dad, like, people have buzzed off their entire head of hair during this coronavirus pandemic, and trying to explain to him the reasoning for it. I don't know. I don't exactly understand the reasoning for it myself. I know that people have grown their hair out really long because, you know, barbershops have been closed. I guess people are just taking that to the opposite extreme. So this was a really great feeling, because the first time I played this game, this Demon General took me so many tries. Took me, like, I don't know, maybe 20 tries to beat. I got him on my second try. Watch this. Pog in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Pog. Pogger. I should stop saying that. That's really annoying. Impossible. I'm the fastest there's ever been. Actually, Sonic the Hedgehog is the... No, I'm kidding. Tell me how to end this curse or else. Is it that simple in your head, ninja? No, it's not a pig snort. I don't know. I'm ending this. Your Demon King is next. Make no mistake, Messenger. None of us are leaving this place alive. If I can't have the scroll, then it shall be destroyed.